people.
They knitted some hats.
And they also gave us socks.
I'm so glad they did this.
Yep. They also gave us some toothpaste so they can keep their teeth clean.
And they also brought us some soap so we can get rid of all the germs.
And also, they also gave us this stuff and also this.
We're still collecting donations for the homeless.
And we're still accepting more.
Please turn into Mrs. Noel Room. That's all for now. Back to the studio!
Good morning. We are so honored to have Lori Wallace in our MMNews studio here at Florence Markofer Elementary.
We heard that you went to Markofer. How was your experience here?
I loved Markofer. It was so different when I went here. It was a lot smaller. So we actually didn't have things like MMNews and sports at school, but we did have a lot of games that we like to play out at recess that are probably not the same games that you guys play now. Do you guys know Red Rover?
No. Played it, but I forgot.
Yeah, it's not a very popular game anymore. I used to play that. We'd play on the monkey bars. What about Steal the Bacon? You guys play Steal the Bacon?
Yes, I played it at my other school.
Okay, so that was a game we played. But yeah, we didn't really have organized sports. So like I know you guys have girls and boys basketball here now and volleyball. We didn't have those as options back then, back in the day. It was fun, it was small, and I remember having a really good time here.
Did the school look different when you went here?
It looked exactly the same, if you can believe it. It hasn't changed that much. The only thing that's really different is all the portables. So where Mr. Johnson's class is, and that whole row of classrooms, that wasn't here back then. But other than that, everything looks the same.
How did you dress when you went to school here?
I think they were called Visco girls now, right? We dressed like Visco girls back then. We had scrunchies and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you know the styles from the 80s, but I went here in the 80s. And my brother actually was the first kindergarten class that went here to Markofer. So he was one of the very first students to ever go to the school. So when he came here, everything was shiny and new.
We were wondering about what it's like being on national television.
Well, being on local TV news is a lot of fun. I've worked in a lot of different cities doing news, and since I grew up here, it's really fun to be back in my hometown reporting on stories that are important to me because it's my community and where my family lives and where my friends live. I worked really hard to finally get back here, so I love my job.
So how do you feel when you are going live?
Well, now when I'm going live, I love it. It's a little bit of an adrenaline rush. I get to meet a lot of new people and tell a lot of interesting stories. But when I first started, I remember being very nervous. Did you guys feel nervous when you first did MMNews for the first time?
Yes. Yeah.
So people always ask me, even today, someone asked me, don't you get nervous? And I said, not anymore. I've been doing this for 20 years now, so I don't really get nervous anymore. But there was a time when I would definitely get a little bit of the nerves coming on when I would do live news reporting.
What do you do when you make mistakes on live TV?
I do the same thing you guys do. Guess what that is?
Repeat it.
Keep going. When you're live, you just keep going. When you're taping something, you have the luxury of starting over. But when you're live, you just have to kind of get past it and keep going. Because when you're on live TV, there's not a lot of room for mistakes.
What is your favorite part about being on TV?
My favorite part about being on TV, I think, is meeting new people and getting to tell people stories. A lot of times, you know, the news can be sad or disappointing, but you also get to tell really interesting stories, and you get to tell stories about really inspiring people. So that's probably my favorite part of the job, is getting to talk to so many interesting people while I'm out in the field.
Do you have any advice for anyone who would like to be on national television?
I think the best thing you can do is after you finish college or while you're in college is get an internship to work at a TV station behind the scenes, kind of like what you guys are doing now. I was listening to some of you guys be interviewed by the SEVA crew, and you were talking about how you like to do all the different things, editing, lighting, sound. The more you know, the better off you are. Don't learn just one thing, learn how to do all of it.
We appreciate you coming to our MMNews set.
Let's check in with our Markofer meteorologists.
Hi, this is Paige.
And Sophia with your weather. And today we have Mr. Good here again.
Hi, everybody.
Today we are having 3 weather tips for you.
Our first weather tip is to clear out your debris from your gutters and downspouts.
The second tip is to drive safely and slowly to prevent crashes due to the wet, rainy roads.
The last tip is cover your plants and trees that are affected by the cold temperatures.
Now, January weather. The average high is 54 degrees and the average low is 39 degrees.
That's pretty chilly. I'm glad I'm wearing my Star Wars sweater.
Yes, and good thing that I'm wearing my awesome Star Wars shirt and pants.
The wettest months of the year. On average, we have average 3.84 inches of rain.
Keep that umbrella handy.
Just as a reminder, if you have any weather questions, write them down and turn them into the box in Mrs. Knoll's class.
That's our weather report for this week.
Bye, Mustangs.
Back to you.
Welcome to our studio, Mr. Hoffman. We are so excited to have you today.
I'm excited to be here.
What schools did you go to?
Well, I attended Elk Grove Unified Schools, so I actually went to Leinbach Elementary School and Charles Mack Elementary School, went to James Rudder Middle School, and then I graduated from Valley High School.
What about your kids?
My kids also went to Elk Grove schools. They went to Folks Ranch Elementary School, Elizabeth Pinkerton Middle School, and they both graduated from Cosumnes Oaks High School.
What was school like when you were a kid?
I don't know that it was all that dramatically different. One of the things I used to love to do was play hopscotch. I don't know if you guys play hopscotch anymore, but I remember my mom was going in for a parent-teacher conference, and the teacher apparently talked about I did well in math and English and all those kinds of things. But the thing I asked was, Mom, did she tell you how good I was at hopscotch? And she goes, no, we didn't talk about that. So I thought that was pretty fun.
What's your favorite part of your occupation?
Favorite part of my job is the kids, and so doing something like this today, hanging out and learning from kids, because you guys are teaching me today, and then oftentimes being able to share some of my experiences. Definitely a favorite part of the job is working with kids.
What do you do on your free time?
So one of the things that I do, as I used to play golf, but I don't get to do that much anymore, but one thing that I do is actually I grow Japanese maple trees.
What did you do before you became our superintendent?
Well, before being superintendent at Elk Grove Unified, I was a superintendent in another district, in El Dorado Union High School District. I was a principal at 2 different schools, and then I was also a teacher for several years as well. Went to school for a lot of years. I got my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, and a couple of credentials, including my administrative credentials. So a lot of school and a lot of experience working with and leading schools to be ready to be in charge of 67 schools here in Elk Grove Unified.
What would your ideal district be like in your vision?
An ideal district would be a place where each kid received exactly what they needed every single day. And we would have staff members that were committed and to be here for their entire careers, and we would take care of their growth and their development while we were meeting the needs of each kid every day.
Any advice on these kids for being successful?
Enjoy being a kid. Don't be in too big of a hurry. With all of the social media and all the things that you're exposed to, I think kids grow up too fast, and there's plenty of time to be an adult. So I'd really just encourage kids to enjoy being a kid.
That's exactly what my parents tell me.
Must be pretty smart people.
Is there anything else you would like to share with our viewers?
I just want to wish you a happy 2020. It's crazy that another decade has gone by, but so exciting. And I look forward to being with visiting all the schools in the new year, and just continuing to have a great time here in Elk Grove Unified.
For coming, and we hope you have a great New Year.
You too.
Wow, what an honor to have him come to the studio. Yeah, he's an amazing leader for our school district. Speaking of leaders, let's see what our student council leadership crew has to say. Hi, Markofer Mustang.
This is Quinton.
And this is Madison.
Did you see the new pudding cups on the fence?
Of course I did. They were amazing.
Another thing that's coming up is Kindness Week. If your teacher gives you a sheet with a bunch of random acts of kindness on them and you complete 20, you get a prize.
Well, that's all for student council. Back to you. Welcome back to Jokes. I'm Emily. I'm Connor. And I'm Joe. You guys gave us some good jokes last time. Let's pick a few to share. What is a duck's favorite food? What? Quackers. Let's pick another one to share. What did the chicken cross? Why did the chicken cross the road? Why? I don't know. Ask the chicken. Let's pick our last one. They're behind you. How is Santa so good at karate? Why? Because he has a black belt. Back to you at the studio.
Those jokes are really hilarious.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what jokes they turn in next week.
Remember, if you want a joke to air, put it in the Mustang box outside Mrs. Knowles' room.
You can also put your guesses for the next Mass Mustang in the box.
Did anyone guess that last one?
No, it stumped everyone.
Let's roll the clip to find out who the last Mass Mustang was.
The Mustang that fooled us all was Mrs. Joanne. Welcome back to Mass Mustang. In this challenge, you'll try to guess another staff member that works here at Florence Markofer. This Mass Mustang likes Chinese food. This Mass Mustang likes watching sports. This Mass Mustang's favorite animal is a dog. This Mass Mustang's favorite place to go is Hawaii. Can you guess our Mass Mustang? Look for the Mass Mustang box outside Mrs. Knowles' room, Mondays and Tuesdays.
I wonder who the Mass Mustang is.
I agree, it sounds very hard.
Thank you, guests, for coming to our studios.
Yes, thank you. Well, that's it for today. This is Stephanie.
And this is KYLEANN.
Signing off. Bye, Mustangs!